Hey man, this is Robbie. I'm here at my shop and now I feel like I want to go drifting because I was exposed to a lot of drifting at FD Japan and Sugo this past weekend. So I was like, oh, you know what? Which car can I take? I don't really have anything right now that's really ready, but the closest thing I have to being ready is probably this guy and my auto Fuga. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and try to prep this car. I have a few parts that I've collected this past few weeks. I'll go ahead and install those to upgrade the car. And also I have one part that came in last week, was kind of a surprise too, but really exciting to show you. So after I cut all the body parts out and under the hood and the trunk, I haven't really done anything to this car, so it kind of sat. So let me go ahead and give it some love. I always get sidetracked. I know I got the A86 under construction. I've been working on that a little bit, but you know what? It's kind of sunny now, and I guess I should start, I should pull it out, hurry up and do the paint job and stuff. But right now I want to go drifting, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, get this car ready first. But here are the parts that I'm going to be installing. I don't even know when I bought this, but I bought these adjustable lower arms to fit this car. I believe it's the same as the 370Zs and the G37s. And also the outside cosmetic side of the car, the headlights weren't on there, so I had one, so I just bought another one that was used. It was probably like 20 bucks. The tail lights were all gone because this car was in a rear end. It was rear-ended before, so I'm gonna go ahead and change out the tail lights. The hood I just cut out, and right now it's just tape. I just got tape there holding it down. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and install these hood pins that I had sitting around. And this car, the front doesn't have much camber. I like to run some camber on the front. And I was doing some reading, and these cars, the Fugas, have longer upper arms than the G37, the V36 Skylines sedans or something. So I went on line and bought a pair of upper arms, and I got a pair of aero mirrors. One I had, I don't even know what it's from, and then the other one's from like an S14 or something. Instead of getting stock ones, I just figured I'll just get some janky used aero mirrors. I'll just spray paint the white one. So out of all these parts installs, I'm most excited about is this thing. I know online, I've seen Luke Fink, he picked up a 370Z, and also Teruya from NZ Drift Life in New Zealand also has a G37, and he got one of these too, and they've been installing and testing these kits out. But got one of these too. Thank you to GKTech. They sent me a prototype. So I guess all the parts is not going to look exactly like this, but it's going to be very, very similar. And we're going to go ahead and test it out. And I'm going to go ahead and install this to my Fuga. And what's crazy about this thing is pretty much the suspension, the design is shared with the G37 and the 370Zs. So I looked up, I think the install that NZ Drift Life, Takeshi Teruya, good friend of mine in New Zealand, did. I looked up his install video. So I'm not going to go super in detail like he did, because I think he did a great job on it. If you want to go and check it out, here's his site, there's channel. And I guess depending on if it's a later model or earlier model, they have a Zenki or Koki. I guess the tie rod length is different or something. So GKTech also sends you these, I believe. And you have the covers for the pillow balls on the ends of the tie rod. So let me go ahead and pull out one. I think a lot of people don't drive these cars because of the parts availability, but hopefully these kits will make it so that a lot more people will be driving more different drift cars, because we're really running out of S chassis and JZXs and all this stuff. So we really have to find other chassis. I know the 350Z has been doing really well lately, and now the 370Z is going to be joining that. But check this out. I think this is where the tie rod originally goes to on the stock knuckle. And right here, it bolts in between. I think it sandwiches in between the lower arm and the knuckle, the bottom of the knuckle. So basically, you're using the stock knuckle, so you don't really have to do anything. No modifications to that. It's a complete bolt-on. Install this, do your toe in, toe out to whatever you like, and pretty much it moves the tie rod and where it's supposed to bolt on to the knuckle from here to here. So it's a lot shorter, it's obvious. And as I was looking at the install video, he also explained where this is like a bolt, how can I say, it's like an oval bolt where you have to unbolt it from the bottom, pull this out, and you can actually move the pivot point to change your Ackerman. And you have two settings actually. So I know there's a lot of people that has different theories and different ways they want their cars to set up, but this actually gives you the option to mess with your acronym as well. So I'm really excited to install this. So here's a comparison of the stock and these unknown manufacturer lower arms. They look like they had it extended longer. Maybe it was probably like on a VIP car or something that wanted camber, but I'm actually going the opposite. So before I do the alignment, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this. Since it's easy to adjust off the car, I'm just gonna go ahead and adjust it so that it's a lot shorter than the stock. Well, I just changed both sides, but looks like it took out some camber. I think I'm gonna have to do some more alignment, but for now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the install, and I'll put it on an alignment machine and get some accurate numbers on it. What the was that? Alright, so that's that. Kind of sucks that I don't have any black ones, but this is just something that was sitting around my shop, so. I just got attacked by old boy. So I took this apart. It comes with this little boot cover for the pillow ball on the tie rod. But what's cool is you can see the slots and you can see how it's oval. So basically, depending on which side you put in, if you put it on this side, the tie rod will bolt up to the bracket more closer to the wheel. And if you put it on this way, it doesn't get as straight. This is probably more for the normal feel. I want the car to feel like it has something on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the outside. So what's genius about this thing is it's really compact and easy to install, and also you don't really have to cut anything out or do anything. So this top piece right here goes into where the tie rod usually hooks up to on the knuckle side, and this bottom piece, this bottom hole, you just have to take this nut off for the lower arm. Where the knuckle and the lower arm attaches. You're not going to be able to use this little pin, so you're going to have to double check every time you're driving the car just to make sure that it's not coming loose. But for people who are worried about that, you can probably use Loctite or something so it doesn't come loose. Alright, so it's installed. Let me go ahead and check the toe. But this is tight, bolted up to here. The new tie rod end hooks up to the bracket, the GKTech bracket, and right here where this lower arm and the knuckle bolts up, it's actually now hooked up to there. And it comes with two of these tie rod adapters that are in between. There's a shorter one and a longer one, and I guess depending on the model you can use a shorter one or a longer one. I had to use a longer one here for this Fuga. So let me go ahead and do a quick toe in, toe out real quick, so I could go ahead and lower the car and see how much of a difference it made with the 5mm spacer on the steering rack end, or inside the steering rack for the tie rod, and this GKTech lock kit. This is how much lock this thing had before. I'm really looking forward to see how much it gained. Alright, so the moment of truth. See how much it's gonna gain. So that's about how much it gained. That's a lot of lock that you can get. The gain is significant. Can't wait to go and drive this thing on track. Oh my god, I'm glad you don't feel this humidity and heat we're going through right now. I kind of left off with trying to put the seat rail together, and I got ghetto, and instead of waiting for the holidays to be over, I just kind of started to put one together. Just wanted to put that used seat in. I made one side and welded it, but it was too hot that I just had to take a break from this. Hot. Okay, so I ghetto fabbed the seat row. Look at it, it looks like it comes with it, but these cars have like super thick seats, so I had to like put the seat row on top of the seat row, and I had to do all this stuff. I'm gonna put a reinforcement in it. The other side is a lot more higher. This side I had to lift it a little bit, and it looks ghetto, but I'm just gonna paint it black so you can't tell, but it's actually a pretty good position. And the seat rail slides way forward too, so if somebody who wants to drive an automatic, like somebody's girlfriend or wife or kid or something at the track, it'll work. So I'm not done with everything that I wanted to do. I didn't put the hydro on yet, but I got a little anxious, so I'm gonna go to Ebisu right now. Go check out the car because I got the new lock kit, did some suspension stuff on it. I'm super excited on how the car's gonna handle. All right, we're here. Hello. 入場1人と、はい、なんだっけ、北と峠。北と峠。あ、5コースですね。5コース、そうです。はい。1日で、はい。じゃあ、9000。はい。はい、お願いします。はい。こちら、お名前と年齢をお願いします。42 right now. Okay. はい、ありがとうございます。はい、ありがとうございます。どうも。Alright, so buy your tickets when you come into the gate. あ、今日なんか競技ですもんね。南で。はい、はい。大丈夫です。ありがとうございます。Cool. We're here. Dude, this car kicks ass. I can't believe it's an automatic. It's so easy to drive. I'm towed in like 2 centimeters because I can't adjust the tow. Even with that, it's got so much torque that it'll just let me go. And I put lower grade tires on the back with also close to 4 bar of air. So the rear kind of slides by its own, but man, just smash on the gas, dude. This is a pretty good ripper. The angle kit makes a big difference. I could hold deep angle for a good amount of time. And also the Ackerman, when you're driving slower, it feels like it's, how can I say, there's less than stock, but once you start going faster and driving through the track, oh man, it does not feel bad at all. It feels really good. This is amazing. Like, you need one of these cars, like a beater car that's super cheap, so you can come to the track and rip around all the time like this. Works good, but I do need a new design for my exhaust outlet because the exhaust heat, it's actually trapped in there and is melting the bumper and the trunk. Oh shit, it's hot. Yeah, everything's melted here. So earlier I spun out because, like, you know, getting used to driving manual, after I tried to initiate, I went to kick the clutch and I actually just pushed on the brake pedal. So I think that's the little part that you got to get used to. But yeah, there's a lot of air in the tire and the tread is all gone. Good times. Sam found this on track for me. Thank you. First casualty of the day. I don't even know what brand this tire is, but this thing peeled right off and blew up. And there's so much air in it, it's so dangerous. It blew up and it actually hit something up here and it like split the frame here. So yes, yeah, be careful with the aired up tires, guys. sweaty, that means I had a great time. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. The Fuga is a ripper. I'm gonna do some more stuff to it. I do need an e-brake. I'm gonna go ahead and install that hopefully soon when I get the time. But the car is great with the lock kit. It has, oh my God, there's like many areas where I could just go super deep and not have to worry about spinning out, and I can come back. So that actually gives me a little bit more leeway on what I want to do with this car. But thank you very much for watching, and hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, and also if you have a comment, please leave it below. And until I see you guys next time, peace out. But before we go home, I'm gonna go ahead and take Joey out so he can go and do some donuts, since this car is an automatic, and hopefully he has fun in it, because he's been helping me today for doing all this filming. So